I am Diana Opondo. I'm grandma to Osea, and I'm glad to be in this interview with her. So, Osea, you can ask me. Culture is, according to me, I think it's the way people do things in a certain society. And in such a situation, there are things that you are expected to do, and there are things that you are expected not to do. There's a way of how you relate to people, how you talk, how you do certain things in everyday life that are acceptable in the society. Well, Kenyan tradition is a difficult question because Kenya has got tribes, and every tribe has got their tradition, the way they do things. And it may not be the same thing that one society does with the others, but mostly the tradition and culture usually regulates what people do. And they may not vary very much. Let me take an example of my Luo culture. Let's say in the village, in the home, the former tradition in our society was so good. In this way, a child is born in a village, and the child belongs to the village. So if you are growing up in that village, everybody watches what you do, and anybody is allowed to correct what you do. That the reason why I like that. Now that I compare it to what is happening now, it was better the way we grew up in the village, because you are always on your toes to see that you do the right thing, because anybody seeing you do the bad thing will correct you, which is different now. Things have changed, the civilization has changed a lot of these cultures and traditions, so that you cannot even correct a child that is not yours.
Gotcha.
So
that
is
makes
where
sense.
the difference is. So this means that the parents need to have 24 hours watch over their children, because nobody will correct them for you. So I like the way I grew up in a village where we were treated as the children of the village. The culture has broken down, and that is why we are having a lot of problems, because children just grow up the way they grew. They grow up in a group, like what you are seeing now. It was never there. Of course, many things have come that have changed the things, the way people are doing things. The phone is there, the TV is there, and these things have brought new things that we need to grow up with. Yeah. They are good. The things that are there, they are good, but sometimes if they are misused, then they spoil the good things that are there. Like us, we grew up in two cultures, because our father used to work in a town.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But then even in the town, he was still being traditional in the way they look at things. If they see you do something wrong, they will tell you.
Oh,
okay. But not everybody was doing that. But in the village, it was anything. You can't do anything. They won't let you. In fact, the Kenyan dish, the same way as the tribal differences, it depends on where you come from. We people from near the lake, our favorite dish was fish.
Yeah.
But then, I can tell you a very interesting story. Fish, there's the big fish with big bones. There's some fish with small bones. Small bones can only be eaten by the people who live around the lake. But then there is this small fish called omena. I didn't know until about 3 weeks ago on TV, when omena now is the big fish that people talk about because it is easier to eat. They are small, they have no bones.
Oh.
And the story about omena, our neighbors from the hills,
Mm-hmm.
they were afraid of the big fish with bones because they don't know how to treat the bones in their mouth. But in omena, there are no bones, and it is for them, it's nice.
Mm.
So they eat a lot of it because that's what they find easy to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And at one time, they liked it so much, they were asking the Lewis, can they also plant it and grow it? And it was a big laugh at it.
Plant the
No,
fish.
Yeah, that one only comes from the water. The lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
There is, what are they called in English? It's this kamongo,
Mm.
big fish
Okay.
that is always cut open.
Yeah.
Dry, you eat it dry, different types of fish. Tilapia is the main one,
Mm-hmm.
but there are others like, I don't know what they call them in English or Swahili, mingi, which is smaller than tilapia,
Mm-hmm.
and it has got nice eggs inside.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you eat the eggs?
The fish eggs, they're those tiny ones.
Yeah, no, I've never had fish eggs.
Yeah. And this is a special fish
Mhm.
that has got those eggs. They are like, they're just like little beads stuck together.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you just eat them from like inside the
Yes.
fish.
I think this type of fish, what they do, when they release the eggs into the water,
Mm-hmm.
they stay in a group
Oh, okay.
together.
Yeah, they're not like individual.
Yeah, then they
Interesting.
stay there and then they grow and
Mm.
then turn into fish.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Gradually.
Yeah, instead of just being on their own and just hatching by themselves.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
With fish, even if you have no teeth, you have to eat it.
You can still with your gums, yeah.
Soft.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
nice. Thank you though. I appreciate it.